Welcome to the Lost Lowdown Podcast 105 with your hosts, Claude and Justin.
What's up, guys?
We are back continuing our Season 1 commentary series with episode 123, Exodus Part 1. The Season 1 finale where everyone gets off the island for good, right, Justin?
That's right.
That's how I remember it. This is everyone gets off and they never return.
They open the hatch and they find out that it's a tunnel back to China.
Back to China where it all started. Because every hole in the ground, no matter where on the earth it is, it always goes to China.
Exactly.
That's how the geology works.
That's what I learned.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I went to public school. Maybe that's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. All right. Well, this has definitely been another adventure going through this season during the commentary series. Very, very interesting having seen the whole show and looking back and seeing how they're setting up this this thing that ended up consuming all of us. This is where it all started, and this is the beginning of, you know, what Lost did well more than other TV shows is have what some might call slam bang finales.
Yes, I would call it that, actually.
You might call it that, yeah.
Whoever said that, it was well put. Yeah, I think Lost raised the bar for me for other shows that I started to expect them to have great finales, and really, most shows don't, actually.
Most shows don't, no. Most shows finales are like, hey, this is the end. Come back next season if you have time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but Lost was able to, not only give you a lot. There would be a lot going on usually in finales, and the action would move forward. And a lot of times there would be huge shifts in the plot and
life or death consequences.
Yeah. They were always very exciting to watch, but then they always left you with a lot of questions for next season that made you want to watch, even more. They usually
spin the show, and they would introduce something new or make you read, question what you saw before, and they were pretty good about that for the mystery element of oh no, next season they're dealing with this thing. What is it? I don't know. I don't get it, but I can't wait to find out.
Exactly. And, hence the hours of podcasting, speculating. That's why our finale episodes were so long.
Oh, geez. Oh, the finale episodes. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, if once we get through with the commentary series, if we're really insane, we'll go back and do and listen to our original podcast. And do a commentary series on those. So talking about what we know now about what we knew then.
Wow.
Then we'll be locked in a padded cell.
That will definitely take a special level of insanity to pull off. But, the idea has merit. I haven't, a lot of times it's hard for me to listen to the Lost Lowdown, but a lot of that stuff that's so old, I don't have a clue what we said.
Exactly, yeah.
And, I've listened to a couple of brief, clips of some of the older podcasts, and it's pretty weird. There's something, a little bit time travel-y about it. Hearing our thoughts in time when we didn't know stuff, and then seeing it from the point of view of the future. Yeah. And I almost want to, talk to those guys and tell them, no, you don't understand.
There are two groups of others. But not the way you're thinking.
But it doesn't matter.
And it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff we got so hung up on. It's weird to hear these long debates about issues that, either don't matter or, I don't know, aren't even, relevant at all. So, on the other hand, every now and then somebody throws out something that's, dead on, And so it's cool to hear that, too.
Yeah.
I'm most interested to hear when we talk about some of the stuff that became like the really frustrating issues, such as you all know, the cabin.
I'm not familiar. What's that? Is there controversy?
Like, I would be really curious to listen to us on the Man Behind the Curtain original podcast.
Yeah.
Like, what did we think? I don't even remember what we thought that was back then. So yeah, I'd just be curious, like, because I wasn't even mad about the cabin until season 6.
Yeah, totally. But they hadn't ruined it yet.
Well, yeah. Exactly. I don't know. It didn't really sink in when they burned it that we were never going to hear about it again.
Mhm.
You know, even
that
though
fire, the symbolism of the fire didn't make you think that.
You know, obviously that was a mistake. I mean, we have established that when Lost is done with something, that's what they do.
Mhm.
They burn it down, they blow it up, they make it disappear somehow.
Yeah.
So, you know, I should have known when they did
imploded.
that. Yeah, they imploded. Yeah, like I should have known when they did that. That like that's it. That's all you're gonna get about the cabin. But at the time, I thought that it was part of a story. Like, oh, they told us a little more about the cabin. Next season, we'll find out what's really going on. You know, but obviously, I was completely naive and wrong. So
it would
anyway,
have been so cool if in season 6, like after they burn down the cabin, like there's a shot like in the jungle. And like the cabin reappears in reverse from the flames into a cabin.
Oh God!
All out Lost Highway. For any David Lynch fans out there.
Wow, that would be perfect. Actually, that would totally make sense.
Then Christian comes out, like for the real Christian,
This is a show that made me realize that like the creepy secluded cabin was like a well-known trope because there's a lot of shows
they pulled it out of nowhere. You can have creepy cabins in other contexts, but on a tropical island, like a creepy cabin, it's like they're using it because it is part of the horror genre. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Usually there's, there may be some kind of presence there or something. Like they're totally like playing on that. But I don't know, at the time I didn't really I don't know. It just seems so strange. It didn't really sink in that actually, as I've noticed, there's actually a ton of mysterious cabins out there.
Yeah.
Some that make more sense.
Yes.
But or like the Christian appearances, I guess. Also, like Richard Alpert being there when Locke's born and stuff. Like, I don't remember what we thought about that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of those little points that I think it would be fun to if we could actually muster the patience. It would be cool to hear some of that stuff. And
it'd be fun to laugh at us, I think.
Yeah, there'd be a lot to laugh at.
Yeah. Because I'm sure we had some crazy thoughts about all this stuff. But all right, you ready to get into Exodus?
I am so ready.
Wow, season 1 finale. Here we go.
I know, it's been a long time coming, so.
Yeah, it has. This will be very meta, I think, in various ways.
It will be, absolutely.
All right, everyone, get your players ready to sync, and we'll get Exodusing here.
All right.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Who's this guy? Oh, Saeed.
Previously on Lost, episode 9. Wow.
Yeah, they put no context with this. They just dumped you back into the solitary.
Yeah. See, this is classic Lost. Previously on Lost, where it's like you see this and you're like, well, Danielle's gonna show up. Otherwise, they wouldn't need to tell us all that.
They don't have to remind us about her, yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy.
You guys telling the truth. Everyone listen to him.
You shouldn't be listening to our Sawyer's right.
I love that. Yesterday.
I know. It's classic. Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
What's Paul doing? He's time traveling. Like, you know it's early in the morning because Power Rangers is on.
Mhm.
Yep, right about 5:30. That's when all the good cartoons come on. In Australia, down is up.
It's like the toilets.
He's like, it's when we're down under.
It's the Coriolis effect.
Exactly.
It's weird having Vincent be there. I'm not used to seeing him on the mainland.
Yeah, totally.
I really
I'm
like. I want to
surprised
suspect him.
I'm surprised they even thought to have him here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, they've come so far.
They have. Man, I wish I could wake him up with cartoons right now.
Yikes. Wow, we really watching Walt pee on a tree?
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't know that's what the latrine was. 2 feet from Sun and Jin.
Like, they don't show... Uh-oh. Is there something mysterious? Oh, okay. Don't watch me, lady.
I can't go when a French woman is watching. Everyone has that problem, right?
Yeah, if I were Walt, I'd be pretty scared.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy armed lady comes, like, walking out of the jungle.
You bring in the birds.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, his power should be whenever he gets frightened, like,
yeah.
birds just come and attack.
Yeah, totally.
I like how they're all sleeping in. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning.
I know. It's a relaxing day, apparently.
They get started late on the island. Oh, the baby. There's always somebody more vulnerable than the rest.
Yeah.
It's like, can't have my baby.
Ah!
What the fuck are the others?
Man, yeah, that's so awesome when you don't know who the others are.
Wow. I don't know. Who are they? They sound awesome and infallible. The greatest villains ever known to man. God, what a great story this is.
Yeah.
Not quite true. Okay.
Now this is a little detail that I wish they had bothered to put in, but they didn't.
The black smoke?
The black smoke, yeah.
But she did see it, didn't she? I mean, when they show that whole thing, don't
No,
they?
it's Ben just sneaks up at night. You never see from her point of view her seeing the smoke or anything. I guess you're just supposed to think that it happened, but because it was at night. But it just would have been nice to tie it together. I think partially because, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, let's do this.
What's the third one? I'll go for that. Oh, never mind.
I think option 4 is to join them. Option 5 is to do surgery on the leader. Option 6 to get stuck in their cages. I mean, there's a lot of options. But this is a great, like, catalyst. Like, okay, first we had to leave yesterday because of the tsunami, but the monsoon or whatever, but the others are coming.
Yeah. So we have to run, hide, or die.
And really, running implies hiding at some point.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it sounds cool, but it doesn't really make sense.
Mhm.
Her delivery's great, though.
No, it's a great delivery.
I really like her. She's a good character.
Mhm.
That was a pretty nice raft. I got to give him credit.
This is what Michael had in him. This is the you know what I mean? Like, he was an engineer or whatever, but a construction guy. And it's cool how they gave him a couple of, I think he's the kind of character who just obviously never like reached his potential, but it's cool that they gave him a sort of potential. He built that water system in the cave.
Yeah.
And all that. That's something they could have easily given to Saeed and been like, oh, he knows how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what in the early days I thought, they'd each have some kind of skill they could contribute.
Yeah.
And that was his thing. But yeah.
And that's interesting to think of that if he would have stayed on the show and not, killed 2 people and ran away.
Right.
What would they have, whatever the stuff would they have given him when he came to this kind of like engineering kind of stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. This is great. This reminds me of like building the pyramids or something. Like they're trying to
this is what happens when humanity bandies together
for
a common cause.
To like accomplish this huge feat that's beyond any one of them.
Totally.
And then they fail, but
But it won't stop them.
It won't. What do they all say? Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The choo-choo train is coming. The choo-choo train of evil. Looks like a train stack. So what are we supposed to think that is? Like,
yeah, I was going to say more about that. I was trying to figure out a good time to do it.
all right,
I think...
well, let me see. What is she saying?
Oh, okay. Oh, they're talking about hiding in the hatch.
Strategies. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why Jack ends up... Yeah, so this is the reason why Jack wants to open the hatch now.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. This gives them a reason to get in the hatch.
Yeah, because before he wasn't actually making it a priority.
Yeah. You don't know?
Oh, come on, Russo.
You ever seen anything like that? What about the temple stuff?
Yeah, that's true. And the radio tower.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
What the hell is the Black Rock?
I love that I guess she just named it the Dark Territory.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't, it's just like, it's some scary stuff happened there. It's the Dark Territory now.
Dark Territory. It's the place where she had the nightmare come true,
Yeah. Yeah. I just like she says it sounds like authoritative, like that's what it's called, but that's just her name for it, you know.
Like New Brunswick, you know. It's the dark territory.
Exactly. Like the Black Rock at least says the Black Rock on the ship, so she didn't make that up.
Oh, what is this? Fast and the Furious?
Oh my god. I forgot about this scene.
I'm looking for a fast car.
You know what? I applaud to them for actually planning ahead like this.
This is huge. This is huge. And this was what, you know, in the early days was making Lost great.
Yeah.
You know, like in the midst of everything that's going on the island, we cut to Jack at a bar meeting this random stranger.
Yeah. And you have no idea until like a ways into season 2 what the relevance of this scene is.
Mhm.
Like as far as we know at this time, it's just some random other person who's on the plane, probably dead.
Yeah.
Because the general theme, I would say, of this episode is sort of revisiting where the characters were right before they got on the plane, as a contrast for where they are now on the island.
Totally.
So I would never expect that they're showing this for any reason other than Jack.
Mhm. Well, and the other thing I think just introduced was the idea that Jack could have another female love interest.
That's true.
Besides Kate.
Right.
Because they have really good chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think it says something a little weird that, you know, she had good chemistry with Christian.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I was just thinking, if she knew who he was,
she likes those shepherd men.
She could be like, I came here with your dad to meet the sister you don't know about.
Totally.
Like, there's so much information there that.
Yeah.
Really,
no, I mean she's the one of the last people to see his dad alive.
Yeah, that's true.
And that I don't think she ever tells him that. You know?
I don't think she does either. I don't think Jack ever knew that that's why she was there.
Yeah, that was a huge. You know, I guess you got to blame Michael for ruining any chance of that happening.
Yeah, that's true. Even her ghost didn't bother to mention it.
No. Except that island stuff that's coming up. But that's just 6 seasons, so.
Yeah. Oh no, is Jack gonna make another speech?
Look at all these people who are dead.
I know. Flaming arrows for all of you.
Yeah. If you don't die within the next 2 episodes, then, you know, by the end of this episode.
That was no live together, die alone, Jack.
No, not yet.
Oh, Arth.
Ouch.
See, okay, here's something else. Like, this bothers me a little bit. He's totally right about the dynamite. It really is unstable. And it proves it by killing him, of course.
Yeah.
So I feel like that validates his point of view somewhat, that he's definitely right about the dynamite.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, but I think one of the things he misses with his little point there about she doesn't seem concerned is the fact that, you know, she has been using it for this long period of time to her own advantage. So she does have experience with it. So I mean, he's ignoring that fact. But I think he is right that it is obviously unstable. Yeah.
Right. He's not necessarily right about Rousseau like not being able to handle it or whatever. But like, you know, he doesn't really know her. Like, but yeah, it just means like his analysis of what old dynamite should be like is correct. I know that's different from predicting climate change or something, but
well, that's the thing. It's realistic. Nobody's right about everything they think. So
oh yeah, that's true. Oh, is this the guy with the really bad Australian accent?
Like, where were they hanging out together? The Minister of Forestry and Sawyer, where were they? What place were they both hanging out where this altercation would have taken place?
I'm assuming a bar or something.
Oh, okay. That's just
because he was hanging around like drinking, and he ran into Christian that one time. So I'm assuming it's weird though. That I guess there's this whole off-screen like thing he has that we never see.
Is this so this is after he tries to go kill the fake Sawyer?
Yes. The shrimp guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think after he killed the shrimp guy, he just I guess he's
Sloping
just
around Australia for
he
a
just
couple days.
moped around. He headbutted the honorable whatever his name was. Yikes.
He's on bamboo duty.
Apparently.
I think he'd be Lumber Sawyer.
Wow.
Like, that's weird. Jin knows how to use a gun. I bet Michael could shoot a gun. Like, what is he talking about?
Yeah. Well, he may not know about Jin.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just pointing out he's saying things that he doesn't actually know to be true.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he's just assuming that Sawyer is the only one. But, you know, if we're watching this for the first time, we think he just knows that empirically because he talks, you know.
Right.
He knows that from being around them. But it's like, well, he's wrong. Uh-oh.
Wow.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
This story's getting real specific.
I think him saying Christian pretty much seals the deal.
That could be anybody. Wow. Why did I forget that this happened in season 1?
Yeah.
I'm surprised that something that specific got actually revealed.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing, especially because like a lot of characters never get to share their connections.
Yeah, I always think back to later when Sawyer's like tells Jack, "You're my only friend," like as the big reveal, but I had no idea something that that big guy revealed this early.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, there's only two, like that is a big pre-plane reveal connection, and you know, Claire being his sister.
Yeah.
You know, and there's not that many big ones, and that's a huge one.
Yeah, definitely.
That the Ana Lucia and Christian,
Mhm.
which doesn't get revealed, but whoa, who's this guy?
Classic Marshall.
Classic Marshall.
He even makes it to the afterlife. Only briefly. It would have been a bit much if he was in the church, but
See, he's explaining how she's not that bad. She had a guilty conscience.
yeah. This is really expositional.
Yeah. This is why Kate did all that stuff earlier.
Yeah, just in case you either didn't see it or you needed someone to sum it up for you.
Mhm.
I've heard Damon and Carlton say multiple times that they often get questioned about the plane, that a lot of fans just don't believe the answer they gave about the plane.
What's the answer? What's the question?
The question is, like, what's up with the plane?
And the answer is just that it's her connection to the guy she got killed.
Yeah, they don't believe that. They're like, there's something hidden in there, there's something more. She wanted it for some other reason.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Because I can take her down by hitting her, so I need 5 guns. That's real expert logic. I love part of Jack's tin is part of the plane.
Mhm.
They don't have those by the end of the show anymore.
No. I mean, their camp's supposed to be kind of dilapidated after 3 years, but
Yeah.
I would think actually those would be the more durable parts. Oh no, the bottle.
Bottle. What are we supposed to think that that's going on where that smoke is taking place?
Oh, the smoke? Okay. So, right. So there's okay. God, this is hard. So I think the official answer, according to the encyclopedia, is that Rousseau did it herself.
What?
Yeah.
So she lit that fire to make that smoke to go to and then went to go tell these people that the others are coming.
Correct. Although, but the mitigating thing is that she did hear the others whisper, quote unquote, that.
This is why I don't like that encyclopedia. Because I think it takes the path of least resistance and just kind of blames whoever is the easiest to blame.
Yeah.
I just think that's not a very realistic answer that she did it herself to prove her own point or something.
No. She has a motive. So first of all, they reveal it later in the episode, but she says she heard the others say they're coming for the boy, and she thinks it's Aaron. So she lights the smoke and tells a story to distract them so she can kidnap Aaron.
Oh, okay, I see. I forgot about that part.
Yeah. So supposedly, that's why she does it. But there is a huge problem with that, though. And the problem is that she takes the baby to the smoke, expecting to give it to the others. And if she lit it herself, that makes no sense. She shouldn't expect the others to be at her smoke thing.
Yeah.
So I think really that's a retcon answer. I think originally it's supposed to be the others that lit the
Yeah,
the
why
butt
can't it
smoke.
just be the others who are camping out? I mean that's a lame answer, but at least it makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when they filmed this, that really was supposed to be the others, but you know, they never really connected the two. Oh wow. That's a weird little detail. I forgot they did that.
Hmm.
Because she gets those scratches helping Claire escape.
Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah.
A lot of people still say Arnst.
Oh yeah. It's a weird word.
It is. It's hard to say.
It's weird they're playing kind of what would you call it? Children's music, you know, like a ominous kind of
Yeah. Like a creepy
music
fairy
box.
tale or something.
Yeah, yeah.
None of us speak French, Rousseau, but we can guess what you mean.
No, no, not Montan.
And BTW, it was the Smoke Monster who did it.
Oh, and your friend Jin was there.
I guess that's a bigger BTW.
The guy who was at the camp she was just at.
Wow. It was me, Robert, Montaud, Nadine, and a time-traveling Asian gentleman.
I mean, in fact, Jin was so close. I mean, Jin could have delivered, Rousseau's baby.
Oh, yeah.
You know they thought about doing that.
I bet they did. They probably thought that was too much.
Yeah,
because
she'd have to remember him.
She'll remember more if that. Yeah, that's a bonding thing. Oh, so Sawyer went to cut the thing to repair the mistake he made.
Mhm.
Look at that. Sawyer's a stand-up guy.
Well, he's doing it for selfish reasons.
Well,
so.
Okay. Sure. But they're benefiting too.
They're benefiting by selfishness, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's called capitalism.
You're right, it is. Sawyer is nothing if not a capitalist.
Yep.
Oh. Yikes.
Oh my God.
When it was Aris, I'm like, well, it can't be serious. But it's a smoke monster.
Oh my God. It's a techno T-Rex.
Get in those trees. It can't get you in there.
These are the special trees.
Oh, the footprints.
Mhm.
I mean, footsteps. That's messed up. They shouldn't have done that.
Well, the redcon explanation for that sound could only be that it's not footsteps; it's him blowing up trees.
Oh yeah.
And you'd have to kind of buy that.
I guess
yeah,
so.
it's not. He's not walking limbering steps to step. I mean,
yeah. I love Rousseau just making shit up. It's hilarious.
She's just making stuff up.
Like, the answer is that it's supposed to be that Robert told her that. I don't know why he said that, but, like...
See, this is a classic example of hearsay knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, this is a long line of somebody just saying something, and now she's passing it on to the Losties.
Right. But Robert actually said it's a security system to guard the temple. She says it's a security system to guard the island, which is pretty different. If she said the temple right now, that would be weird, but...
Yeah.
Because we don't know what that is, but, like,
well,
I don't know. It's weird that she believes it.
I'll give her a little credit because he only saw it guarding the temple, but she's probably seen it other places, so she says, okay, well, it's guarding, it's not just around the temple. I've seen it other places, so it's security for the island. So I'll give her credit for that expansion, even though it's really because this is how they're explaining it, this time.
Yeah. Yeah, like, it feels like we're supposed to believe that, but it's just not really right. And
it's just, yeah.
Like, it's like...
She couldn't know what it is. That's the thing. It's
right. But, like, she seems credible, mainly just because she was there before and she was been there longer.
Yeah. Oh, totally. And we don't know why she knows that.
Yeah, exactly. You think she might actually know stuff. But, like, it's weird because Robert is, like, infected and, he tries to, like, shoot her right afterwards. But, like, she believes what he says. She says, like, the monster changed you. And he's like, oh, it's not a monster. It's a security system to guard the temple. And then he turns on her, confirming that he's infected. But then she believes the explanation.
Well, but you can see why, because it's the same. It's validated by by the fact that he's changed, and he says, yes, I've been changed, and also it's a security system. So it's like the same way she's an expert by what she heard. She believes him because of that situation. If he said no, it didn't change me, and it obviously did, then she would know he's lying. So then anything else he says could be a lie. But he validates something that's obviously true, and then adds an extra fact, and she takes that as a fact.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm guessing that's just something that Robert inferred from the fact that it attacked them by the temple.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, like, that whole idea just goes back to a misinterpretation, which is,
Yeah, because if he was, some other version of that, he could have had some mental connection to the smoke monster and known empirically what its goal is.
Right.
And that's kind of how it comes off. Of like, oh, he has a he knows what it really wants because it's taken him over. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's some Arab guy's your soulmate.
That's your soulmate. Wow. This is how great love starts. By racism. Casual racism to prove a minor point.
Casual petty racism.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Saeed's contribution.
Mm-hmm. You better give it to Sawyer. He's the one who knows how to use a gun.
Oh, that's a good point.
According to Jack.
Uh-oh.
So this is like the first big group mission, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
And Kate's there.
So, yeah,
wow.
This is actually a reveal.
It's a ship.
You do not expect that.
The Black Rock is not a rock at all.
And it's not black either.
Not even black.
Ooh, don't spill your coffee.
Oh, I remember this, man. I remember seeing this scene for the first time.
I do too.
Wow. I totally remember this scene. Like, oh, look at these guys. It's Sun and Jin, like at the airport.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen?
Oh, I was just gonna say, why are we listening to those random people? It's so Sun can understand it.
Yeah, because we know she speaks English.
Yeah.
Again, another scene with casual racism.
Yeah.
I think to a certain degree.
Ooh. Just hammer it home a little bit.
Yeah, right. All that was missing was, I'm American, I can do what I want.
Yes.
Jen, I made something that's going to change your life and your contribution to the show in terms of dialogue.
You really should have this if you ever want to talk to anyone but me.
Oh, man. When you get to the 70s, you're really going to want to know some more English. StarCraft. Actually, considering they're Korean, they probably might be familiar with StarCraft.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that.
My own version of casual racism.
We watch it on TV.
Casual stereotypes, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But it is big in Korea.
It's true. The StarCraft Mecca.
Mm-hmm. You don't deserve any of this, so I'm going to leave you here while I go away. This place is my punishment, so I'm going to leave you here.
It seems so touching, and yet it's kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's a little strange, but I get it. This place is hell. I'm getting out of here.
You just stay here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. We get it.
Make it count, guys. You're not going to see each other for a while.
Oh, sorry for the people who are just listening and not watching this. There's obviously Korean subtitles, but I love you. You shouldn't go. Stay. I can't.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you missed.
Yeah, I guess the audio is not really going to convey that scene very well, but... Yikes. That's a mega Vincent close-up. This is one of those silent, montages.
Silent montage.
Of sentimental moments.
The love that almost was. I don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of think that thread, if it was ever going to be anything, is also a casualty of the Walt stuff.
Yeah.
There was just no way to make that work. I think they also, firmly decided that Sun and Jin were going to stay together.
Man, everybody loves each other when it's the end of the season.
I know.
Like these long shots of the beach, like they're never coming back.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Sawyer wants to get one last look at the blue tarps. Oh, it's great.
Yeah. I have to say, though, they did like these sentimental montages at the beginning of season 1, and I was like, I don't really buy it. I think by this point in season 1, they've earned it.
Yeah, totally, yeah. I mean, this is their greatest hope of getting off the island right here.
Yeah.
You know, so
totally.
it's warranted.
Oh,
even Vincent wants
tries
to
to run after. You can't leave. You're the smug monster.
Exactly. You can't leave. The world will end. Go back. Mother said you can't leave the island.
Oh, man.
That dog looks scared.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to drown. Why did they put me out here? Jesus.
I'm not supposed to swim in the ocean.
Exactly.
Sail's got a hole in it.
What did I tell you?
Okay.
Sails catch wind. Yeah, the hole is there so it doesn't, the wind doesn't blow out the sail.
Oh, okay. I'm no sailing expert.
Well, you know, they don't have the right gear to make it super tight, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Starbud.
God, all those red shirts, man.
Yeah, totally.
Don't get too invested, guys. This is the end of your life.
But we'll never see them again.
Yeah, they're done. Oh, yikes.
Uh-oh. Let's get scary.
Oh! That was the end? That was awkward, man.
That was like, oh yeah, by the way, don't forget, there's something to be scared of.
Yeah, like, why not just end on the triumph? Like, it's, I guess.
They wanted to, but that's, you know, I would say if this was, yeah, I mean, if it was the end of, that's an editing thing, yeah.
It just
wanted
felt
to give
so
that,
jarring. Like, cut to the black smoke for 2 seconds,
yeah.
Lost.
I mean, the fact that, you know, you're going to be watching the next episode, you know, when this aired, the next episode is coming right on. So it's not like you're going to forget that, oh, no, there's something to be scared of on the horizon.
Yeah, that, I don't know, man. That ending sequence was really well done, but I don't like that little thing at the end. That just felt weird.
It's kind of, it was kind of like they didn't really show anything. It was just like a reminder of the others. It wasn't like they didn't advance the plot. It was just like,
exactly.
oh yeah, black smoke.
Like if they told us something new, you know,
like or if we saw like a footprint coming towards the beach, or you know, a footstep in the jungle, or
totally. Like,
something rustling in the jungle. It's like, oh, something's coming, but it's just kind of like, oh, remember this thing? Here it is.
Like I think of the you know, the shot at the end of Numbers where they zoom in on the hatch and they show the numbers are on the hatch. You know, like that's that kind of shot, but it tells us something. You know, and it leaves you with a new question. Whereas this is just like a reminder. Like we already saw it. There's nothing new to say. It's just sort of like, don't be too happy. There's still problems.
Yeah.
You know, at hand. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, it would have been better if they could have gotten a shot in that same, like when the raft is out on the water, a reverse shot towards the beach where you see everybody on the beach, and in the background you see the smokestack.
Oh, yeah.
And then so you're still in the same frame of reference, but you see, there's smoke is still in the background, you know.
Yeah.
Because it's just weird when they cut to it separately. But Exodus Part 1, pretty good stuff.
Boom.
The biggest surprise was Sawyer and Jack. The reveal that he had drinks with Christian before the plane crash. I totally forgot that was in this. That's, you know, I would say that's the kind of, that's an example of why we thought we'd get answers to things like that, you know, or get those little details addressed, because they addressed it in season 1.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's interesting because it's like it's this little thing that comes up in a flashback that was a while ago now, and you know, I didn't necessarily expect, like, they even have, I remember there's a scene earlier in the season where Sawyer realizes that was Jack's dad, but he doesn't tell him at that point.
Mhm.
You know, so they save it for the finale. You know, and it sort of has more impact at that point, I guess. But you know, just because of where the story is. But I think you know, it's just nice to have characters sharing things like that. It's such a rare like occurrence on the show. And you're right, it makes you believe like that's going to be more the norm. You know, they'll eventually find out the things that are worth finding out about each other.
Mhm.
You know,
and it adds to the idea that like Sawyer's going away, but you know this is a big deal that you know that the groups are splitting up or whatever. So here's a big detail before who knows what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It's a nice thing to have in there. I wish there was, I don't know, yeah, I wish there was more stuff like that, I guess.
Mhm.
But
well,
you know,
there's more stuff like Exodus. There's a part 2. So
indeed.
Why don't we go ahead and everybody join us to the next podcast, and we'll come back to Exodus part 2.
All right, can't wait.
Thanks and namaste.
Namaste, good luck.